All right, let's talk about finding a great dog trainer right here in Allentown. The goal is simple, to help you and your pup handle city life with total confidence.
One minute you're near the PPL Center on a game night, and the next you're on a quiet trail in the Lehigh Parkway. That's life in Allentown. Good training is what gets your dog ready for, well, all of it. It just makes everything easier and more fun for both of you.
So first things first, what's so special about training a dog in Allentown anyway? It's really more than just sit and stay. It's about getting them ready for the real world, our world, right here.
Okay, think about it. You've got those crowded sidewalks downtown, maybe some street music playing on the Arts Walk, or maybe you live in a row house with those narrow hallways, or an apartment with neighbors just a wall away. And of course, the parks are always busy. These are the everyday things where good training really matters. It's not just a nice little extra, it's what makes the whole thing work.
So knowing all that, how do we actually prepare our dogs? Let's get into the methods that genuinely work. We're talking about modern, kind approaches that actually strengthen that bond you have with your dog.
The biggest idea here is something called positive reinforcement. And honestly, it's pretty simple. When your dog does something right, they get something they like. A treat, some praise, a toy. It's not just about teaching them sit. It's about building up their confidence and making them want to learn with you. They become part of the team.
And this is really the fork in the road when it comes to training. On one side, you've got everything we've been talking about, positive methods, building confidence, rewarding them for getting it right. But on the other side, you have older, fear-based tactics, things like intimidation or punishing mistakes. What you're looking for is a trainer who is 100% on that positive side. It makes all the difference.
So, let's see how this works in real life. You've got something called desensitization. That's just a fancy word for helping your dog realize that, a skateboarder on the Arts Walk isn't scary. Then there's your basic obedience. A solid stay is what keeps them safe when you're crossing a busy street. And if you have a puppy, getting them out and about, seeing the city in a positive way from the start, that's huge.
Okay, so you get the local challenges, and you know what kind of training methods to look for. Now for the big question. How do you actually find that person? Let's walk through some specific questions you should be asking any potential trainer. So when you ask this question, your job is to listen for those words we just talked about. Are they mentioning rewards? Are they talking about making it fun? About building your dog's confidence? A good trainer will be able to explain exactly how they keep things positive. You'll hear it in their answer, that your dog's happiness is a priority.
Now, this next one is interesting. Did you know there's no official state license for dog trainers in Pennsylvania? Nope. That's why asking about certifications is so valuable. It's not just a fancy acronym. It shows that a trainer has gone the extra mile to meet professional standards, and that they're serious about staying up to date on what works.
You might hear a few of these mentioned. You don't have to memorize them, but just know that seeing letters like these after a trainer's name is a really good sign. It means they've put in the work and have a solid foundation of knowledge.
Okay, this one brings it all back home. You're asking them to connect their training skills to your actual life here. A trainer who really knows Allentown should have real practical ideas. They might talk about specific exercises for dealing with crowds, or how to manage barking in an apartment building. Their answer will tell you if they get it, if they really understand what it's like to have a dog here.
All right, let's talk money. What should you expect to budget for dog training around here?
As you can see, the costs can vary quite a bit, and that's because there are so many different options. A group class, for instance, is a great, affordable way to get started. On the other end, something like a board and train is a much bigger investment for really intensive help. It's all about figuring out what your dog needs and what fits your budget.
And here's a quick but really useful tip about cost. Always ask what's included. Are there travel fees? Do you get a summary after the session, or can you email them with questions? Getting this clear from the start means no surprises later on.
Okay, so you've done the work, you've built that foundation with your trainer. Now for the fun part, taking it all out into the real world. This is where you really start to see the results.
And we have so many great spots to do this. If you want a nice, calm walk to practice leash skills, you can't beat the Lehigh Parkway or Cedar Beach. But when you're ready for more of a challenge with more people and distractions, heading to the outdoor parts of the promenade shops is a perfect next step.
And this right here is why we do all of this. It's about having more confident walks downtown, right? More relaxed afternoons at the park. It's really about building that incredible bond between you and your dog.
Look, with a little patience and the right person guiding you, your dog can totally learn to handle anything our city throws at them.
from a quiet walk in your neighborhood to the buzz of a downtown festival. It's all about finding that right partner. So, good luck with your search. I hope you and your dog have some amazing adventures together here in Allentown.